What is up, mates? My name is Ragoline. Let's begin the third podcast, which will be about game dev, about all the aspects of game dev. First of all, I'm gonna talk about game dev in general. Then I'm gonna talk about my own opinion about game dev, working in game dev and stuff. Then I will tell about our games, which is my thing. Like, if you are on my channel for years, for example, or maybe you just entered my channel, you can search for our games on my channel, my YouTube channel, with the videos and stuff. So I'm talking about the games a lot. Then I will tell about the game that, like, the first game, the first commercial project that I was in. I was working as a level designer on this project, Desert War, and I will tell about that. It's like my first job in game dev. And then I will talk a little about Elephant Games, the company I'm working in right now as a technical game designer. And in the end, I'm gonna talk about my own future in game dev, how I see it, well, and stuff. So let's begin with game dev in general. So, game dev is an amazing field where you can work. It feels so good working there because at least you know that people are there for you. I guess I'm gonna say that, even though it may not be that true. How, I don't know, maybe a lot of people see this phrase, this whole expression, but I don't know, it feels not like home, but it feels like it's the right thing to do. It feels like working there in game dev is the right thing to do, to like the right job to do. And okay, yeah, let's begin from the very beginning. It was 1970s when the first games came out. Well, no one, yes. I mean, video games are just such a huge thing for people in our world, and it makes a lot of sense to, I don't know, to spend maybe a lot of money on the games, and that video game companies make a lot of money on their projects. What I want to say is that you see, people need to find something, maybe a hobby, maybe something like this, where they can, I don't know, spend time and just relax, maybe. Or maybe people need challenge in life. I don't know. For me personally, challenge in life sounds ridiculous because my life is hell of a challenge. It's the most challengeful life I've been like I've known it's the most challenging life I've known, yeah. Well, it is difficult to live my life and stuff, but at the end of the day, this isn't what I'm saying here. I'm talking about game dev, the most incredible thing in the world. And yeah, I mean that people need something. People need games. So game dev is there for them. There are so many games, I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm playing like 100 games every year, and it's not even a decent amount, I guess, of games. And I'm not even talking about mobile games, I'm talking just about PC, which is, I don't know, I just don't know what to say. This is incredible. Um and yeah, returning back to the topic of working in game dev, it's the best job you can find, in my opinion. Of course, a lot of people can find some places where they feel like home. Why not? Maybe people work from home. Well, I work from home and I'm in game dev and all that stuff, but yeah, you know what I mean. Um, People who find job that feels right for them, I mean, it's just amazing. I really think that it's the best job a person. I mean, no. It's the best thing a person can have, like a job that feels good and that you spend 1/3 of your life at job, doing your job. And I mean, if you hate it, nothing's good's gonna happen with your life, really. I think so. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't care. That's my opinion, yeah. And I think that it's worth it spending, well, for me, it was half a year to finally get to game dev, to real game dev, and start working, start earning money. Well, to find job. Yeah, it took me half a year to find a job. But of course, um, yeah, it was easier to find a job, like a not reason to earn money, but something to earn money. Because my first game dev job was with that guy, the developer of Desert War, and we were working for half an hour. Oh, half an hour, half a year, and we made the game, but it was such a failure, and the game is out in VK Play. It's Russian store with video games. It was supposed to be out on Steam, but it didn't make it there. So, game dev in general is just the best thing, the best job, the best hobby. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, if you really don't know what you wanna do, I recommend GameDev. But to get to GameDev, you need to learn a lot, for real. Like, they don't not apply, but they don't have um, employees who don't know either anything or something. I mean, you need to know almost everything, which is, of course, difficult, obnoxious, and just oh my god level. Because for me, like half a year, it took half a year to find that job. This job that I have now. I don't know, I love my job, but of course I won't be here for long, for too long. I don't know, maybe if I get the narrative game designer job in the company, I will stay here. But working as technical game designer is not the thing that I want. Like, this job was for me the job to start my game dev experience, I guess, because I had a lot of projects I worked on, but apparently it's not enough. I mean, yeah, let me tell you about the half a year that I've been looking for my job. First of all, it began with programmer. I was looking a job in game dev as a programmer. It turned out that I don't know enough about programming, even on C Sharp, the only language that I know. And then I tried myself as game designer. Yeah, it was a failure. I couldn't get any job for half a year. I wasn't able to find a job as a game designer. I tried level designer. I almost got one job which was amazing, and I still want to get that job, and maybe at some point I will get that. We'll see. But yeah, at the end of the day, I also tried when I got, I don't know how to say that, I was upset that I can't get my job. I already left school, two schools. So, like, my work experience was, yeah, not so well. And I also began, yeah, not depressed, but there is a word that I felt. I don't remember the word in English, and I don't remember how to say it even in Russian. So yeah, whatever. Um, and what I want to say is that I also tried for a tester. I also, I think, tried for community manager or something like this. I couldn't get those jobs. It was so difficult. It was the hardest time, maybe, of my life, because I didn't have my job at that point. I left school. I told my wife that I'm going to go for game dev. She supported me so much. Jesus, so much. I feel like I'm drunk at the moment, but I'm not. Um, yeah, so if you are looking for a job in game dev, get ready that it's gonna take about half a year. Maybe it will be 3 months, so you're lucky you found a job. Maybe it will take nine or even 12 months, a year. Who knows? But first of all, you need to learn. You need to learn so many things. You need to play also. Yes, you have to, you must play video games. And if you really want in game dev, you will have to play video games to the end of your life. It sounds great, yeah, I know. And I'm playing video games a lot. Again, I'm playing 100 video games every year, different video games. I'm completing about 10 video games every year, so 10% of what I'm trying. And it's amazing, it's incredible. I feel like I really feel like in heaven. I don't know the expressions, the correct expressions for this situation. But in the end, I want to say that it will be difficult, like looking for any job, I guess, any not so ordinary job. Like if you want to work in retail, yeah, it's gonna be easy. However, you need to be communicative to get that. I worked in retail. That was the worst job I've had. And again, yeah, if you don't mind what job there is, like choose the most paying one, the one where you can get the most amount of money, I guess so. If you want to choose a job that you're gonna like, then I generally recommend GameDev. I don't know, I guess any company. Everyone knows that there are, well, companies, enormous companies that don't actually behave well, I guess, with their employees. Again, I don't know the expression, I don't remember it. But still, it's, yeah, sometimes it's just too much overwhelming, I guess. But it's on any job. And in game dev, you at least, I don't know, get money, get a lot of happiness, maybe working on video games. You, damn it, you have to play video games. It's the perfect world, isn't it? Anyways, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So basically, I'm glad that I'm in game dev, and I really want to be there for the rest of my life. Okay, next topic, our games. I made 10 applications on Google. They are all in Play Store. So listen now. Our Bats. It all began with Our Bats. It was my first game. It is awful. Yeah. I'm now working on a huge update to fix the game completely. So, Then it was Our Heroes, my favorite back then game. Um, it has potential, but game design in the game is bad. Let's say it clearly, it's true. The idea of the game is great, but game design there is terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Then it was our deck. It was a. Well, it is still in beta, in open beta, and it's just not right. I mean, I began the project, but I never finished it, and there's a way to go. But I don't have time for that. I guess I'm gonna work on our deck. I'm gonna refactor fully the game after I make that big update for our bats. But we'll see. But plants are like that. And then after our deck, I wanted to make our deck multiplayer. Yeah, I was such a fool. Then I made our planetarium, which is the best game I have. At the beginning, it was like kind of fine, but too simple and stuff. Now it is. I added tutorial. I added stuff. I fixed some things, and the game design in the game is much better. Okay, so yeah, it's our planetary now at the moment. Yeah, basically that's it. So our planetary is my best video game that I made solo, and I think so. And yeah, that's basically it. I think that it is good. There is way to go, but I have no idea when I will be able to make updates for our planetary. Okay, and then it was a yeah. Oh no, I had 8 apps actually. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Then it was weekly up. It wasn't a game. Then it was um Party Parasite. It wasn't a it was actually a game. It is a party game. It's like playing Mafia in like you with friends. Yeah. Also, then you have. Then I made a game for Russian pupils, like school for school people, for Russian school people. You just can learn. I know, no, not learn. You can try yourself on the government exams in English and IT. There, yeah, that's it. Then I made Jolab. Yeah, of course. Jolab is a cool thing. I really like it. But that's it. I don't know. I wanted to make a few more updates in Jolab, but then I was like, nobody cares about the app. Why should I waste my time on that? Maybe at some point I will, but not so far. And also, I'm making Rage Jam with my wife. It's incredible. We are not spending a lot of time on that, but still, yeah, I love spending time on that, especially when my wife is also spending time on that. It's great, really. And also, yeah, we had game jam with my wife again, and we made cut jam with her in 12 hours. It's out on Google Play. I know that there are bugs, but after my SSD burned, well, I can't make changes in the game and stuff. Yeah, so that's it. That's basically the R games, and even more than that. um, so our games are the first four. Well, the games that have letter R in the beginning. Okay, yeah, let's move on. So I actually thought that our games are gonna help me get the job in GameDev, but they didn't. Um, Obviously, first of all, because they were bad. Yeah, they are bad. Like, if you want some portfolio, you should really make a good game. You should try and make it and stuff. Yeah, basically that's it. That's what I wanted to say. Desert War, my first game. So after a month without any job whatsoever, I think even it wasn't a month, it was like about 2 weeks maybe. A guy found me. He was working on that Desert War. He had game, well, I don't know, half of the game made, I think. It was good that he found me. He was looking for a game designer, how he said. But um, in the end, it turned out that he was looking for a level designer. So there were things to be upgraded in the game, in the game design of the game. But game design in Desert War is terrible. It's awful. It's the worst. Well, not the worst game design I've seen, but it's bad. Like, generally. Yeah, I made 20 levels with him in the game. I mean, even 22, I think. And I fixed like the rest of the levels, and basically that was it. I was working on that for half a year. He um, paid me money. He paid me actually the same amount of money I have now. Like, my salary didn't change when I began working in Elephant Games. So Desert War actually changed everything for me, because after the release of Desert War, employers started to actually consider me, because back then when had when I didn't have a commercial portfolio, like commercial games in my portfolio, everyone looked at me like, ah, yeah, child, go. We are doing serious things here. You shouldn't be listening. Close your ears and eyes, perhaps. I don't know. But after Desert War got released, everyone was like, well, maybe he actually knows things. Yeah. And it's amazing. I am so glad the developer let me work for him, let me work on the game, and that was amazing. Of course, I was not excited, anxious, yeah. I was anxious because I haven't got the job back then. Well, I had the job, but it wasn't official and stuff. Like right now, I'm not really doing the official job, but still. Um, and I was afraid that I lose that job and I lose money and stuff. I had my fiance back then who was working in a school, at a school, and she was doing a lot for me, for herself, for her job. And then, yeah, I left school. I was working, thankfully I was working on Desert War for half a year. Jesus, that's a lot of time. Like in the beginning, the developer told me that we're gonna work on the game for 2 or 3 months maybe. And it's great that it was longer because I earned a lot much more money. So yeah, it's very good, and also a portfolio. Woohoo! It's great, really. Even though the game is the portfolio is really good. I mean the commercial game in portfolio. Yeah, it's gonna pay out. So it already paid out because then in I finished working on Desert War. We finished working on Desert War in the end of July 2023, and in the end of August of 2023 I began, well, they made me an offer in Elephant Games. I began working on them. It is something. It's my first real job in a team, in a company, and I don't really like this genre of the games, but I don't know, it's good. Still, I'm having a lot of fun here. People are amazing, and I love it here. Again, I'm not gonna spend many years, I guess, here. Now I'm a technical game designer, so I'm working mostly in Unity. Well, yeah. I will try to change my position in the company so I become a narrative game designer. I'm more interested in that. But if they don't give me these like job on this position, then I will leave the company. Also, if I find some another company, yeah, find another company where I'm gonna work. We'll see. Yeah, I'm really interested in that. So, also, Elephant Games gave me several games in my portfolio. It's Paranormal Files 10, it's Paranormal Files 11 that I'm working on right now. If I continue, well, yeah, it's most likely that there will be Paranormal Files 12 also that I'll be working on. And then I also worked on Crossroads 4, which is gonna be out this month. It's already out because the video will be released in March, yeah. And also, I will be working on Haunted Hotel. Yeah, I don't know the number of that one game, but yeah, it will be there. I mean, we haven't started, but we will. So yeah, Elephant Games, it gave me so much. Even though the salary is low, I'm glad that I found this job. I hope that they will give me a raise this spring. They haven't yet. Yeah, so Elephant Games, it's great. I really like it here, and if I don't get another variants, I guess, another options in other companies, I can stay here for several years. Yeah, I think it's fine. But I hope that I will find something else. At least because I don't like my position at the moment. Like, if I get narrative game designer, maybe I will be working for several years there. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. So the last topic for this podcast is my future in game dev. Again, I'm gonna leave at some point. I'm gonna leave Elephant Games. Maybe it will be in half a year. Maybe it will be in 5 years. I don't know. I hope I will find something else in half a year already, yeah. But yeah, if they give me a raise, I will be working here for a year, I think, at least. I don't know, we'll see. So then, after Elephant Games, I want to find a job either as a game designer or level designer. I was thinking about the job as a project manager, but I think it's something too different from what I want, from what I like, from what I can, maybe even. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, my future plans in game dev. Well, I really want to work in gear games. I think it's called like that, because they are making a game really like Warcraft, like Warcraft 3, which is incredible. I love Warcraft 3. I'm amused by the idea of making a real-time strategy game on a mobile device. I mean, on mobile devices. Um, yeah, but we'll see. I tried in the company and they didn't let me work for them. So we'll see. Most of all, I want to be a game designer because I don't know, it's the most interesting thing, I think. Like, game designer in general, maybe even narrative game designer, but it's more difficult. It requires to know a lot of stories, to read a lot of books. I'm not reading that much, at least so far. Um, yeah, I definitely won't be a programmer. I won't be a community manager. I won't be a tester. I don't like those things. I don't know. Sound designer won't be one. Um, Even though, yeah, I played drums, I played in a band, I had a concert, but no, sound design, I don't know. At some point, I think I like sound design, but not that much, so I work doing that. So I mean, have a job doing that and stuff. So, yeah, right now it's March. Like for me, right now it's February, but yeah, for you it's March. So I will be working in Elephant Games until summer, definitely. And maybe if they don't give me a raise, I'm gonna leave Elephant Games even this summer. If they give me a raise, I'm gonna be in Elephant Games, I think, till the end of this year. But yeah, that's the thing, that me and my wife, we want a kid, and if my wife gets pregnant, I think that I need to search for a better job faster. Like, I will need to find a job before the year ends. We will see, of course. Yeah, there's a lot to think about. Like, should I leave Elephant Games if she's pregnant, or maybe I need to stay in Elephant Games, so so we're not screwed. I don't know, to be honest. I want to try myself in different companies working on different games, but who knows if if something happens. For example, I find some job, but after a few months they fire me. This would be the disaster. Not a disaster, it will be the disaster. Because nobody in our family would have job, and we'll have a child coming. Yeah, I don't really want to think about that. So yeah, I will think about that later. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening to this to me on this podcast. I liked doing that. Yeah, that's actually it. I think that I said everything I wanted. So game dev is super, but it's difficult to get in game dev, and it's difficult. Well, it's not that difficult to stay in game dev, but I don't know. You need to really work hard to do that. Okay. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and maybe leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. Have a nice life.